Okay. All right, so I'm going to teach you how to load thread onto a bobbin. You're going to start by putting your thread on here. One thing you need to check, if there is a crevice on here, make sure that that goes on this direction so that the thread doesn't get caught on it. If it's on this end, the thread will just keep getting caught on it, okay? Make sure to put your spool cap on. When you have your bobbin now, it's actually here where we're going to load it. So remember when we threaded the machine, I showed you there were arrows to show you how to do that. There's also arrows to show you how to thread the bobbin. And the ones you want to follow for this are the dotted line with the bubble, okay? So we're going to come right here. And then instead of going to the left like we would to thread, we're going to come right. When you get over here to this metal part, there's a picture right here to help you figure out how to do that. So the picture says to go behind it, in front, to the side, and over like so, okay? Then, before we put the bobbin on the spool, you're going to need to take the thread and pull it through the middle of the bobbin like this and out one of the holes. It doesn't matter which hole, just one of the holes, because there's one on top and bottom, so whatever hole you end up pulling it through, I feel like there's a little bit of static going on, that will be the bottom of your bobbin. Okay, so there we go. All right, so it's through my hole, and so now I'm gonna hold it like this with the thread coming out. I want you to remember that I went from from the middle out. A lot of times when we do this, kids want to go from the outside in, but you always go inside out. So if you saw my sign on the board that said when in doubt, inside out, it's covered by the screen right now, but that's what it meant. All right, so when in doubt, inside out. So we go in, out, okay, and then we click it on there. Now the next step, we wanna make sure our machine's on, right? That's always a thing. But then we also wanna make sure that we click this to the right. When we click it to the left, do you think you can come around and get this? Right there, do you see how that is orange now and not red or green? Thank you, you can come back up here. That orange means that we have put it in bobbin mode, and it stops the needle from moving so we wouldn't have some type of accident there or wouldn't ruin the machine, and it will only move up here. So on this step, you are allowed to floor it. This is the only time I will let you go the fastest speed and floor it, okay? So here we go. It will stop itself when it is full. I don't think you're gonna need necessarily a full bobbin for these smaller projects, but if you were doing a larger project like sewing a hoodie or pajama pants, you would want a larger bobbin. But just for the demo's sake, I'm just gonna keep going so you can see what it would be like if it stops it. The other thing you wanna make sure is if the thread is going on there loosely and it's kind of like loopy, that means that you didn't do something right and you need to restart. So if it's doing that, just stop and restart. But if it's going on nice and tight like it is right now, you can just keep going. And see, this is part of the reason I don't have you do a full bobbin, because then you lose all of your thread and then you have to get a new thread. So you probably want to do about half what I'm doing. Okay, do you see how it stopped it? All right, so then I pull it back over and up, and now I have a bobbin. Now, sometimes when you do this, you'll get a tail right here. This one did pretty well, but you'll see there's kind of a loop wrapped around here. If that's the case and the thread is out, all you have to do is just snip it there, okay? Because you only want one tail coming off the bobbin, all right? So then it would be ready for you to use. Yay.